So we should be live.
So are we naming this the show must go on?
Yeah, the show has to go on. I reckon.
Yep. I'm seeing feed here.
You got the feed. What? I'm hearing myself echoing in someone's.
I've got my computer completely muted.
Okay.
So
I have headphones on.
yeah,
All
we're
right.
just saying you're straight up desktop right now. You're just
Okay.
doing a live feed specifically from the desktop.
All right. Sweet. Let me just make sure I don't have anything up here that I don't
Let me go ahead and
need.
mute myself, and I'll check what the audio is like.
Okay.
Do y'all just not have headphones?
Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm not hearing the echo now.
I think it was Alex.
Is everybody muted up now?
Muted up, and I just called boss, and he'll be here shortly.
Nice. You need to. I think you need to turn your mic down a little. Chaos.
Me? Oh, okay.
It was a little
I
loud, I
will
think.
do that.
All right. Can everybody hear and see me?
And just answer
How's
the question.
that?
Okay, that's good. That sounds good. Can everybody hear me and see me on the feed?
I can see you.
All right, great. Okay, everybody. Well, I know we got started late tonight, but welcome to today's game dev stream. Had a little problem earlier, right as I was getting prepped for this stream. Um, my machine, or my hard drive, my main drive crashed on me, and I've been needing to transition to my new solid state drive, and I guess now is the time. So had to do a fresh operating system install all the required software, and I had to port over the Valiant's game build from the backup drive. So we're all back. I'm gonna start by I'm gonna
You're a
start
little
up.
quiet, AV. Just saying.
Oh, am I low?
You're a little
Hold on.
bit quiet according to the Mass Puppy. I also just tested it to turn up my volume to 100% on my laptop, and then the speakers, and I did still didn't hear you very well.
All right. So what about now?
Hold on, let me check.
Can you check?
Yeah, I heard you're better. Maybe a little bit more, and you should be good. But also, if you're gonna show off, oh shoot, I didn't mute my computer fast. If you're gonna show off in-game sound, you don't want to overpower it. So
Yeah.
find a balance.
Let me check. Oh wait, I think it's using the. All right. What about now? Check. Mic check. Hello.
Sorry, there's a delay
Yeah,
between what you
yeah, we
say
can
and I
hear
can hear it. So it sounds good to me at least.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Is it clear? Decent.
Yeah, I heard you loud and clear.
All right. Cool. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna go and boot up the server. We're gonna jump in the game. Gonna show off where we got with the one of the new features of combat. Character levels are now being calculated against the level of mobs they're attacking. And this is a pretty big feature that's been implemented, and it's going to have a lot of different layers to it. Right now, we've included accuracy. Are you able to hear the in-game music?
Yep.
It's kind of
All right. It's probably still too loud. Yeah, might as well blow it up. Okay.
yeah, it's pretty loud as far as compared to your voice.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm about to bring it down. Okay, I think I just figured out what the issue is with the people have been saying that the settings menu tends to kind of bork out on them. I think it just happened to me right there.
I'm gonna keep myself muted for the moment, and then
Why does
I'll
this
let you
keep
know
doing that?
when you're good.
Okay.
There is a delay though, so keep that in mind.
Okay, so it happens when save is pressed. Okay. I'll get that log too, so it has something to do with the actual saving process. All right, what does the music sound like compared to my voice now? Is it
Both are rather low.
what about now? What about now? Still low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already turned the
Music is low and you're like loudish.
Too loud or? How about now?
That seems about perfect right now, actually.
Okay.
You're very quiet right now.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and create a character quick and jump.
Oh, you know what?
Agreed, sounds good.
Is that
I
sounds good?
have both sounds on, so I was hearing echoes of you asking.
Okay. How do I sound now?
Well, I thought you sounded pretty good just now when I heard it on the screen. I don't know if you just did it again.
Oh no, I didn't change anything. As those of you who are in the alpha right now can see, there was an issue where occasionally you would be forced to move this wheel to trigger your secondary power set. Excuse me. That's been fixed now. It automatically does it, and bouncing between panels.
And
now.
you're low again.
I didn't get to do my I didn't get to. How do I sound now? Check, check.
Yeah, in stream, you're really quiet.
Okay, 1 second.
In stream.
Looks like I'm about to have to.
Yeah, just as a forewarning, your Discord's coming in fine. It's
Yeah.
it's not coming in.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is. I think I'm gonna have to. Where are we at?
All sorts of technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's a crazy day today.
while you're figuring this out, should I like introduce
Okay,
myself?
what about now?
I don't know what way to do that.
How am I coming through now?
You're sounding good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Yeah, I had two mics. I had another smaller mic that obviously is not working as it should. So I'm coming through clear now on both. Can I get a check on the feed?
Yes. I just checked the stream, and you're sounding nice and clear.
All right. Sweet. I'm back. Well, I've been here, but I'm back again. So as I was saying, this ring is no longer causing the issue, forcing you to rotate it in order to get your secondary power sets. And we did some new coding to kind of force each panel to always show appropriately. So you don't have to worry about going back and then a panel may hang up on you for various reasons. It's now forced to always show. I'm just gonna do a excuse me. Super strength, basic arts. And this is something else that we got added, and it'll eventually expand to players. But you notice you'll have human, and very soon you'll have the ability to choose different races for characters that may not be human, to use different races from the game's lore, because there's going to be some head elements that will only fit on certain types of characters, and we don't want to restrict the artist's creativity to creating only human shaped heads for their different species, like the Kronar species of sentient robots, and their heads vary and have different shapes and will have unique facial elements. So you'll be able to choose those. Right now it's only relegated to the signature characters, so that our developers can create and edit and modify their signature characters without colliding with or having to have their items restricted within the player's normal selection. So we'll eventually have a few different races. Hopefully not this upcoming patch, but maybe the next one will have a few races that the player can choose from if they don't want to try to customize a human face into something alien-like. But that's something that'll be featured in the next patch too. We have quite a few different head sliders and stuff that'll allow you to create, almost alien-like faces.
May I chime in with a question from chat?
Sure.
So the masked mud puppy asked, any possibility for quadrupeds?
Yeah, that's something that we've worked on for a bit. This is something I'm gonna go over in the stream and show you me fixing a couple of those. Those aren't gonna be available for a while, but you will be able to create characters and pose them in quadrupedal stances and use actual quadrupedal characters. And like we said with our with the different lore bodies, you'll be able to use those, but you're also going to be limited to what all you can wear and what all you can use. But of course, there'll be custom assets for those as well. So for players who want to choose to have kind of like a quadrupedal character, you'll have unique customization specifically for that you won't see or won't be able to wear as a humanoid type character. But yes, we will have those, just like we'll have Minotaur lore bodies and Centaur lore bodies. Both are being retopologized for our characters now. So we have a signature character who transforms between being a Centaur and a normal woman. So She'll be showing up in one of our dev streams, and we'll show her transforming from her centaur state to her human figure to kind of show how all that works. Tonight I'll also be going through and showing you how we set up our characters, character components. Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I wanted to see. Okay. Where we at? Okay, here we go. I seen someone in game asked about what the secondary skin color is, and that's gonna be a feature we'll be implementing soon. But what it'll do is you'll be able to choose from different skin palettes. Some skin palettes will actually have a unique set of masks that allow you to do things like veins, and some will just be certain varying degrees of translucence, and you can have, maybe your skin is from one angle it'll look green, and then as the sun passes through it, it could be red, it could look red or something. So you'll be able to change those colors to reflect that. That's what the two skin tone colors are. Alright. Just jump through here and throw on something. Gotta fix this too. Yeah, because those aren't going to show up in game because they're not set up appropriately, and we'll do that tonight too. We'll go over a couple things and I'll show you how we put together our characters as components. All right. Any questions from the chat?
None so far. Just talking about what Puppy does for a living.
Alright, I'm gonna bring down the sounds a bit more. Yeah, see, in this one is and that, okay, I remember. That's I need to configure that soon. That is in our where are we at? Here we go.
So, AV, should I introduce myself as just a random helper, or what?
Yeah. I wanted to have you guys introduce yourselves. I was so caught up trying to hurry up and get the stream going. So yeah, sure, you guys introduce yourselves.
Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and kick it off. I'm Lord Regulus in the chat, otherwise known as Penitence in the normal voice chat here, and I've done some work with Valiance before.
Yep, Regulus was one of our former content directors. It's been very helpful ever since. Okay, next. I know you probably all have your mics muted too, so if you're trying to chime in, make sure you drop the muting on your mics.
I could start calling you like a teacher.
So where should we go? I don't think I have. I think they may have muted out in.
I'm just not talking.
Oh. You want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Val. I'm completely irrelevant. There you go.
Everyone's irrelevant. Don't you dare. Yeah,
I am not irrelevant. I am not gray and large. You take that back, sir.
I'll take it back once you introduce yourself.
Ooh. Calling you out.
Do
I
it.
don't know who I am.
Oh, that's
What are you
right.
talking about?
That's right, you don't. I feel sorry.
I am DJ Chaos. I am the station manager for Namesake Radio.
For Namesake Radio.
And I do a lot of morale boosting for the Valiance people who are, just freaking awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys are pretty epic yourselves. I think I removed all the mobs for the sake of performance tonight. Right? Who is this? This Jasmine Copper? Yeah. How dare your name render behind that building? Yeah. There she is. No! The textures. Okay, we'll fix it later. That means that the Roanoke characters aren't spawned over here either. So I'm going to spawn an NPC trainer and what level are they? You know what? I'm gonna have to go and grab one of them. As a matter of fact, which one do I want to grab? I wanted to test the boss Forester too. They're level 30, so I need to level up a reasonable amount.
Can you not give yourself levels?
No, that hasn't been set up yet. Well, I mean it is, but it's the UI functionality for it hasn't been updated yet, so.
That's a shady looking character right there.
Alright, let's level up for no reason. Okay, and this is one we're still working on too.
Let's see here. Puppy asks, will the next patch have more archetypes?
No.
That was easy.
Really?
What it'll do is fix some of the ones that do have issues. We may be able to squeeze the soldier commanding the commander archetype in there.
I want that stuff. I want pets.
So we're trying. I'm trying. I really am. All right.
Who's meowing?
Okay.
Did no one else hear the meow?
I heard it. I don't know who it was.
It's in your head.
All right, so I'm going to spawn him in here just for. I'm gonna spawn him in here just for the hell of it. Is this actually where he should be?
Well, I must say the city's looking sexier than the last time I saw it.
Thanks, man. We're able to hire on a few contractors. One of them just finished the icon overhaul yesterday and sent me his first pass on it last night. I haven't got to because I was setting up our build machine last night too, which is something I wanted to talk about tonight too. So we'll be able to automate a large majority of the process of building. So we'll have the Mac launcher and Mac build of the game ready real soon, sometime next week actually, and we'll follow up sometime mid-month with the Linux release, and everything's automated now, hands off. We build it, update it on that machine, and then just run the automation. And we can build every launcher and client in succession. So,
Kyle, I meant to ask, new trees in the forest?
those are in the works too. That's one of the things I was about to say. We have a new 2D artist and a new who's doing icons, a new 2D artist that's doing environment concept art, and a contract 3D artist who's doing 3D art. He's starting with the Civic Center building, and then he's moving to this trial area, and he'll be redoing all the trees. He's using the Perez Park trees as inspiration, and he's going to make them so that they have more of an umbrella-like design, and they're actually going to be based on the Rowan, because these trees, once the next patch comes out, you'll be able to investigate and find more lore about the trees and where, what mystical properties they have and why this park has become overrun with the overgrowth of trees. So those trees are being updated. There's going to be various different kinds. He's making roots. This entire landmass is going to be handcrafted. He's going to have huge cracks in the land. There's going to be most with death drop. So if you fall in the cracks, it's going to pretty much be instant death. So you're going to have to be really careful in this area. There's going to be slopes. So it won't be just a straight flat plain. There'll be slopes. He's making massive rock formations for it. And he's also making kind of these animated roots, and we have an artist doing particle effects for the trees as well, because the trees and the Roans themselves are magically animated. They're sentient, but their existence is based on magic.
They're not going to be like the Whomping Willow in Harry Potter, right?
I'm not familiar with Harry Potter.
But you've never seen Harry Potter?
No, I haven't.
What the fuck?
I know.
He doesn't have time for petty
Yeah,
things.
I don't.
Whoa.
Or life.
I wasn't thinking, I'm gonna get killed in one shot. I'm not even gonna get to show the tech. I'll get killed in one shot.
That looks really cool though.
Yeah, that's one of the smaller bosses for this area. There's gonna be another huge one. But
What's the name of that mob?
yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, I know it. But you couldn't really see it, but every attack that I threw at him was he was evading. He was just naturally evading it because I was missing, basically. So based on, let me fly over there. He needs to have his head node set up. He's one of the ones that doesn't have the head node set up. Actually, you can go.
If you want to know what the Whomping Willow is like, it's in the Discord chat.
All right, I'll check it out in a minute.
That was some sexy ragdolling right there.
You know, you see that? God just destroyed me. What was I about to do? Oh,
He just wanted to show you his love.
I just wanted to show you how much I couldn't stand you because you're a stupid little stinking bastard.
Everybody needs some love.
Oh, my ears.
Whoa, yes, please.
Whoa!
Who was that?
Wow.
Who was that? Oh, I guess I need to do
C4, destroy
C4. You've been warned about that.
He's channeling the hurricane.
you channel it so well, man. You think you've been doing that all your life. Ugh, this new keyboard is killing me. Alright, let my regen come catch up on that, because looks like Jackson still hasn't fixed flight's power usage. He's like, I never said that. I was like, I know I did. You never fixed it. You fixed that. You fixed my mess ups. That's your job. This guy's just gonna waste me, man. I wasn't thinking. I wanted to do yeah, see, his head node is not positioned right, but I also think the other Roans aren't either. That was one of the things I wanted to do, because the artist has their nodes rotated. Let's see. Yeah, see, they're rotated, and I have to make a custom node for. But let's see. You should be able to see it now. You see, I can't, because they're such a higher level than me. I can't even hit them. Every attack is evading. So now more than ever, it's important to learn to utilize your to hit buffs. We're gonna have our to hit enhancements, accuracy enhancements, and those are now going to be more important. And those are still, yeah.
What I find amazing is that you can't punch a tree.
Yeah.
That's not Minecraft.
You know. Oh, I hit her. Oh, she blocked it too.
You hit it once.
Yeah.
Or twice.
Okay.
So,
Can they actually attack now?
Huh?
Can they
She's-
actually attack now?
Yeah, she's being her animations are being edited right now, so that's why she's still
Oh yeah, yeah.
she's
yeah,
still a
that's
little
fine.
bit buggy, but hold on, I'll spawn the
You punch that tree. Show her who's boss. Make a table
know.
out of it.
These guys suck
be
too.
careful with the admin commands there, man. Laughing Alex is threatening to report you.
Oh no, don't do that, please. Don't do that, please. I'll give you some purples. That's something else we're fixing. This is when the see, sometimes the animation hook hangs up, and
Are you gonna get one shot?
yeah, pretty much. Oh
Wait, can you actually dodge them?
no.
I was gonna say.
Well, if my evasion was high enough, I could, but oh no.
Wow.
Yeah,
He
see.
did one shot you.
It was I was down to like 6 health of hold on now.
Just
I'll hack me in some evasion. Alright, what am I doing?
So, without saying anything important,
Evasion
how different
chance.
are the roads since I saw them?
They're the same.
The same?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll do 50% evasion chance. And we'll go back over there and see what these. Yeah, nothing's changed with the raw notes. They're still the same. There's still the grove, the region, the grove that's going to have the huge rowan tree.
Well, I tell I won't tell any of the specifics, but I can tell how I wrote them, or at least we worked them.
Yep.
Like without
Well,
actually going in specific about their lore, because it's
yeah.
a true story about how
Yeah.
the writing went for them.
Yeah. And I think a few things have been added since you worked on them, but let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh, try to. Is this the right one? Is this the boulder?
Is your flight consuming power?
Yeah, it's gonna consume even less. But of course, this is one I set up and never got fixed.
Yeah.
Remember I talked about how I put random numbers in everything?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. We fixing that. There's some weird server hook. No, I didn't evade that one. God dang it.
Well, when we
Hold
get some
on.
downtime on the stream, I can share the story about writing them.
Okay. Let's do one. I think that should be set up. I should evade them all now. Just throw it. Just throw it. Just throw it. Don't try to swing. Okay. All right. See, I evaded it. There's a. Come on. And that's something else. There's some changes to the latest Unity release. Because normally the animational plane, you'll see them evaded on the. Well, yeah. See, you can actually see it pass by. But we had a higher degree of miss, so you could see the attack obviously going away. For some reason, some of the new changes in the way Unity handles it, it actually, the projectile impact still shows. Normally when it's working, it would show whenever the object hit the area that it hit when it missed, instead of automatically showing on me like that. But we're working on that too. That's a fix that's supposed to go in tonight, as well as a fix because tonight we're going to be doing fixes on that, this weird delay that causes the mobs to keep running and stopping. We're going to be fixing that tonight, and we're going to be fixing the error where they start and their attack hook is missed, and so they'll do an attack and it won't register on the server. We're going to fight it out till I hit you. I think I got one hit in on him.
Yeah, you got one hit. 51 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing nothing, but he's doing nothing either. No cheating, no cheating.
You got that Vegas damage today. That's gonna be a wonderful.
Or did I? I think I set it where I have to do negative now. To a negative 1.5 I'm at now. Ugh. Should do it. Oh, I blocked it. Cool. Turn around. Face me. No. Yep. See, it does it. It just randomly does it. Yeah. Then it'll hang up and that'll break. Okay. All right. I'll face my death here. Not with that.
That does not get old.
What?
See
What
you
does it?
fly through the air, getting hit by a boulder.
Anyone remember Hero Boy from Freakazoid? Let me ask it again. Are you as old as I am and remember stuff from the 90s?
Sounds familiar, but I can't.
I don't know how old you are, but I remember Freak.
There's a little segment from Hero Boy from Freakazoid every so often where he would watch a show called Hero Boy, and it was Hero Boy, I must succeed, and then he would run to a giant monster and just feebly pound on the bottom of his leg, and then the monster would generally flick him away or punch him completely and destroy him.
Yes.
Much like AB's attempt at fighting that giant Roanoke Sentinel.
It was very funny.
What is this? Oh, okay.
I like how you can actually land while flying.
And the same thing applies to him. He can barely hit me. Oh. No. Oh, I didn't set up their ragdoll regions. You're still a dead man to me. All right. Well, that's one of the big things I wanted to show tonight because it's really important to the new combat experience, and it's going to come with a few other things are going to be attached to that, including experience damage. I believe this is why Jackson's needs to be here, because a few things I'm not sure about, but I know there's an experience table where based on your level versus another mob, you should be doing you should be getting less or more experience too. Someone's asking about that. Well, the mobs always give the exact same amount, and according to the documents, they should. Oh, was that you? Yeah. So those are supposed to be different. So if you take down a really huge mob, you should be getting a lot more. The same thing applies to groups. So yeah, and that's all tied in. That's all set up too for when Jaximus has a chance to get to it. He's been buried in day job work. It's funny because over the last couple months, like he's been able to work on Valiant stuff while working because his workload wasn't too exhausting. And the other day it's like, man, I must be paying for all those times I was like, yeah, I got time to do it today. Like I don't have a heavy schedule today. I was like, yeah, man, it's really kicking in. I was like, your job is really laying the hurt on. All right, so what's next? What can we do before we close the stream? I wanted to, because I had a few people asking about a few of the character gen items, and they were asking why different hairs had different issues when it looked like you'd have kind of like floating hair elements. And I'll show you what's happening there and how we're fixing them. All right, we're gonna bounce over to appearance. We'll go to body and hair. These are the ones that are really having issues, and man, it's such an annoying issue because it could easily be resolved with some fixes to Unity and how Unity handles materials. So I'll open up the appearance material or appearance module. The module being the actual physical mesh, the material would be the object that's used to texture it. And which one is this? So that one is Ancient Dynasty. We'll go to hairs. We'll go to Ancient Dynasty. And as you can see, there's two materials, and only one is assigned. -1 being meaning that nothing's to be considered there. So we'll just set this to 1. So you'll have 0, so we have 0 here, and then we have 1 and 1 there. And the interesting thing is the way that they're set up in the 3D application, they're all rigged to share a value. But unfortunately, the way Unity reads them, the value isn't stored identically. So we have to do a bunch of manual editing, like in this case, and then we'll refresh it. Where we at? Where is it? Yeah, okay. And so excuse me, we'll have some situations where we'll have the material IDs aren't coming over from our 3D application, so we have to do a bunch of manual editing. Once we do that, then we'll have to navigate to our character generation document. And actually, you know what, I can just right click and open with my trusty Notepad++, and you'll see if we navigate to Ancient Dynasty, it has 1 material set up as the armor. So we'll just add a new one. I believe it's alt armor, I think. Where we at? Okay. And we're just gonna add a new. Is that right? Yeah. And this will be the second hair color. Oh gosh, this new keyboard is killing me. These small keys. Okay, now once we edit that, we'll save it. We have to go and validate it on the server. And then, uh-oh. Mandrake's in the house. And once we do that, we have to validate it on the client. We build a character. I mean, this new keyboard is really annoying. Oh, and we'll process it. We have a tool that we use to process that same document from the server to the client now, so that the client doesn't have to download updates from the server each time the server updates. So we'll parse that data, and we should return to this, and we should have our what happened? Oh, that's right. It is now on the D. I moved everything. Alright, now let's give it a run. And what have we done?
Oh my gosh, I think I just made it for the boring stuff. What's up?
Uh-oh, the Mandrake's in the house. Yeah, looks like you stumbled in here on the right in time to enjoy the boring stuff.
Feel the question then. I guess that's for the boring stuff. Heroes Workshop asked, did you guys get rid of that hit tilt the characters were doing in the relaxed stance.
Yes, we did.
Ask a couple of questions. As well as he has any plans for more heroic poses in the future.
Yes, we have a animator working on different poses.
And then he
Alright.
also other poses that reflect the hero's personality, similar to DCUO.
Yep. What are you on about? What are you? What am I missing here?
Good to see you, Mandrake.
Well, you're still doing stuff like, for some reason you're breaking up with me on Discord, so.
Who, me?
Yeah, well, it's only on Discord for me, it's not my internet connection, so.
Okay.
You can just fill a gap in the story if you're not talking, but I can't tell if you're talking or not without.
Yeah, I kind of got quiet while you were asking questions.
Yeah, so, want me to go ahead and want me to tell that story while you're doing this stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So, yeah, I was working on Valiance for a while. Yeah, I'm not going to get into why I had to stop, but when I was working on the characters that we saw earlier, the Roanoke,
Yes.
it was one of the character or the lores that I inherited from like a previous writer on the team, and all they had really for going for their lore was a few bits and then the pun. So I spent about a week kind of rebuilding from scratch, kind of, retooling them from the ground up. And I embarrassingly wrote way too much because I got way too into the development of like why I did do things and how this relates to that, whatever. So it was one of the first ones I had written for the team when I joined. So it was like this ridiculously long, like 10-page write-up. Most of them had been like 2, and it had this whole history, research, backstory, things like that, bringing in real-world examples from the Roanoke area, things like that. And I mean, they said they liked it, but at the same time, it's like, dude, we don't have time to look at this. It's too freaking long.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
I mean, like, it's true. You don't have time to read. That was 10 pages, like,
Is
single
this
spaced.
out? Did I do?
Or are you talking about the game?
I'm trying to find out if what we named this one. Okay, we did. That's what I did. I keep forgetting that I renamed one of these and just decided to just stick with it. So it's just alt now, not alt armor anymore. It should fix my issue. This, man, I got a new keyboard and all the buttons are oddly large compared to, or oddly small compared to all my others. Okay, let's give this a shot. I need to have the server. Yeah, I need to get the server. I need to get the server to report that now too, now that it's been changed. And this should, there we go. Oh. Let's see what we got going on here.
We got a question in the Twitch chat. I'm not sure if y'all answered it or not. I'm back. Yay.
Was the Heroes Workshop one?
Yes.
Yep, we got that one. I gotta check out the awesome. Thanks.
Let's see. Looks like it's an appearance material issue now.
I'm trying to think of other stories I can tell that won't be boring if I don't break NDA.
You are NDA.
That's hard.
Um,
You guys are free to share whatever else you have to stream, but I got the inner workings in here.
all right.
Well, here's another story, guys. There was a when I first joined up as well. I was working with a team of 3, and one of the tasks I had was to basically make a more intimidating. Like, we didn't have any very super threatening, scary forces in the world. I just kind of like want to watch the world burn. So I found I usually get inspired by music when I write, or sound, or something like that. In this case, it was sound. So I listened to the sound of a dial-up modem slowed by 700%
Oh yeah.
for about 10 hours while writing this people. I can't tell you who they are yet, but they were heavily inspired by the sound of a dial-up modem slowed by 700%.
Yeah. They're actually pretty cool too. There we go. No, I said they're actually pretty cool too. That was that was a pretty probably one of my favorite when you sent it to me, you're like, I was listening to this the whole time I was writing it, and I was like, the whole time? And you're like, yeah. And I was all like, I'd have thought something like that would have drove a human being crazy to listen to it while writing for hours. It's like you went all deep cyber.
It's sort of nails on the chalkboardy, but it also has this beautiful word to it.
Yeah, I
I'll
didn't.
link it in the chat a bit so you guys can both on Discord and in the Twitch chat. Well, actually, no. Can I link in the, or did y'all disable your sharing the Discord chat?
Where we at? Oh, man, this keyboard has been killing me all day.
I'll just share it in the Discord.
Okay.
Anyways, but you can look it up on YouTube. It's a dial modem slowed by 100%. It's really creepy, and it almost sounds like a Reaper from Mass Effect.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
Into your brain, and I literally mean I listened to that for 10 hours. I had YouTube Repeat open, and it showed me how many times I listened to it, and it was well over 5,200 times.
Yeah, it's absolute nuts. Absolute nuts. Okay, I think this is.
Also, interesting factoid about those guys is that I was asked to make a lore based on what they look like. Because we already had some art drawn up for them. And I don't know if they're going to continue with their look. I haven't seen
Yeah.
concept art.
Yeah, they're gonna be the same. They're gonna pretty much be the same. Ben Jones did the art for them. They're pretty much the same.
I thought they looked pretty cool, just that it was like a bunch of characters that we didn't actually have lore for.
Yep.
And I'm trying to figure out how to use them properly. I'm like, well, how about this? I know a lot about this certain history because of my background. I exploit that to art best. And they're probably one of my favorites that I've written too.
This is another one.
The villain groups I've written, and my favorite hero that I've written, probably Borealis. My favorite villain is, it's a toss-up between Rift Walker and someone that's not announced yet.
Riff Walker and someone who isn't announced yet. Starts with.
Let's see here. Madrick says, when do we get travel powers? Wink.
The travel powers are there. You have to unlock them. Actually, choice. Go ahead and grab that. Okay. Let's see what's going on. This is kind of where one of the most annoying parts is when you have to come in and do this manual work. Okay, I got it set up. What is happening? What did I not do? It's there.
You're next, Joseph. You're good.
Didn't that run?
Let's see.
Well, just have your window open when Harvey makes makes it to Houston, and we'll have the sound blaring through that. And see what happens.
Yeah, I can lose power at any moment. I've already done it several times this evening. Trying to get done what I can. But it's just getting heavier and heavier, and we're expecting 15 plus inches of rain. Not counting the tornado warnings and everything else that's going on. So it's just a fun evening, and I'm spending it here because this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do.
I agree. That's why I'm kind of chilling here as well. I'm actually, I live in an apartment, but my folks' house is actually a house.
This one was
It's
so
a
broke.
store, so I'm actually with them right now.
All right, got that
So you're in the
one.
Houston area?
Yeah, I mean, you know this. We've talked about this before.
He's
I
like,
missed the name. Sorry.
No worries. You're good, bro. We haven't talked in a while. I've been on the silent side.
you need to get off the
Actually,
silent
I
side.
think we need
this
to
is-
meet somewhere and have a drink. That would be cool. Not tonight.
That sounds-
Not tonight.
Oh, no.
He doesn't drink.
Well,
He's-
I doesn't mean that I don't go out with people to drink, and I sometimes drink sake. I just drink a very small amount. I just don't like the taste of alcohol.
Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, we need to get Aaron and take him out and get him on sake. And then we'll see how interesting the night can become.
The night will become as interesting as any night you have ever seen in your life.
So, what we
Never.
could do, I'm looking at all these air pieces and constant pieces. We could talk to whoever owns Rayman now and see if we could get some name rights, and then we can do this that way. Do this be a feature rather than a problem.
Here 0, here 1, 2, and
But Mandrake's got to come with us. Somebody's got to drive.
I'm definitely a driver outfit.
so this one should be here 0, 1, 1, 2, and 2 and 3.
I think we all should get together with everybody from Mainstack Radio and just all go to a big event, rent a hall. Let's just, have a great day.
Excuse me. My freaking pneumonia's still messing with me.
So,
Did I get this?
I'll second that.
Go
Look,
ahead, sorry.
second, go ahead. Second it up. Second it up.
I was just seconding C4's comment there.
He's now officially Lodestone now. He finally Finally forced people to make him a special character because he's too good for the one all the rest of us had.
I'll
You're gonna what? What are you gonna
I'll change the neck that I've had for 32 years.
do? Neil, it was your
for this
choice.
project.
You chose that.
I didn't choose it; it was given to me.
You chose
I
that.
did choose the other, though. Yes, you're correct.
You chose to be better than everyone else.
Actually, reality is reality. I didn't choose it.
You chose to be better than everyone else.
This sounds like a very typical forced to take the mantle story.
You choose to be better than everyone else. You choose it with namesake at your back.
Hey! I just shine the light in the corner. If what is seen there is ugly, I can't help that.
You shouldn't have been shining a
I just
light.
shine the light.
You shouldn't have shined a light in the corner. Don't you know?
I'm working on it.
You shine the light in the corner and freaking Regulus is all like, "Get that light out of this corner." You're like, all right.
I go straight from pasty white to lobster/cancer. That's my range of my skin can handle.
Okay, let's see. What is this thing whining about? What are you talking about? There's no negative values.
So, any other questions from chat?
Nope.
I mean, I know that right now. That's what I'm asking.
No, I said that. I was saying that because I saw something I messed up. Dealing with this annoying new keyboard.
Am I allowed?
Go ahead. Yeah, why not? He's muttering to himself.
Here we go.
No, am I allowed?
Allowed to ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're here.
No, not allowed. Am I loud?
Oh, no.
You were earlier. You seem to have toned down a bit.
Okay, cool.
You were too.
Much better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Listen to.
Hey, but that's me. I am C4. I come in loud and bold.
Who am I?
I mean, we can't see the color of your shirt from here. You could be loud.
You know, Mandrake. I'm Mandrake from Namesake Radio. I'm loud, silky smooth voice. Silky smooth voice for the ladies.
Look at that phrase.
With my demon horns.
And Mandrake, you are a little bit loud.
Am I a little too loud?
I think so. I don't know about the others, but from my
All right.
I can't speak for them, but I'll speak for myself.
It is a little bit loud. Well, maybe
Speak
it's
for
just
myself.
Your smooth radio voice that
Ooh. Yeah.
the rest of the year definitely going, I love you.
Well, yeah. You gotta key me in on that stuff. I got a new mic set up. Phil's wrecking the studio over here. You don't know what it's like, man.
Feels over there taking over, man. You guys didn't put that AI in the machine, man. One day you guys are gonna learn. Oh, this is the one I don't want.
He's something else.
He's ruining everything. This is the one I didn't want to deal with. But I'm gonna use the almighty copy paste.
So I do have a question about this. You're still on the same screen. So he's got like spaghetti coming out the top and then spaghetti on the side. Have you ever seen one of those? What is it? The Play-Doh where you squeeze it and you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This guy knows how to get the ladies.
Yeah, they never got the lasagna quite right.
Hey man, I'm on spaghetti, right?
You know, Mom Spaghetti better shut your mouth. You shut your mouth and you enjoy Mom Spaghetti, even if she's squeezing it out of your head.
Oh.
Oh man. I was talking to somebody the other day. We were at the mall. I was at the mall with a friend of mine. This kid's just acting just an absolute fool, man. Like nothing I've ever seen in my life. Oh no, wrong one. Like nothing I ever seen in my life. The kids on the ground, dirty on the dirty floor at the mall, just kicking and screaming like a maniac, man. And my buddy stopped, so I stopped next to him, and the kids, he's like looking around. I was like, "What you looking around for?" He's like, "I'm trying to find the kid's parent." And I was like, I was like, "Leave him alone, man." I was like, "You don't want this kid to hurt you, man." And he's all like, "Shut up, man. I'm trying to find. Hey, man, where's your mom?" And the kid cusses him out. I was like, "Shut up, shut the hell up." And like he's like, "Hey, kid, And he was all like, the kid's all like, "Get away from me." And I was like, "Come on, man. Yeah, leave the kid alone, man. I mean, obviously, he was like, nah, someone got to help this kid find his parent. He obviously doesn't have any parents." And I was like, "Hey, leave the kid alone, man. Let the kid go, man." And so finally, like, we look up and we see a woman just standing there, and he's like, "Hey, ma'am, this your kid?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. I got it." And he was like, "It doesn't look like you got it." And like the kids are like, "Shut up." And he's like, "Hey, close it, kid. If I was a little kid, my mom would have beat me till my skull, till my brains dripped out of my ears. If I was you, she would have stomped me on that ground until blood poured out of my mouth." And I was like, "Hey, calm down, man." And he was like, "And guess what, kid?" And the kid was like, "What?" And he was like, "I would have enjoyed it." I was like, you made me think about when I was a little kid. I was like, my mom would whip us and she'd be like, "And you better enjoy it." It's like, yeah, I do. Trust me, Mom, I do. I do. Trust me.
She would make your brain come out your head like that. Okay.
He was like, "And guess what, kid? What? I would enjoy it." That kid was like, man. That kid was thinking, "Oh, you're a sick person, man. You're sick, and so is your mom." While I'm on the dirty floor spinning around in circles. Man.
The public slowly realizes why Valiance is the way it is.
Because someone's parents actually care. Someone parents care enough to squeeze their skull.
Exactly.
John, where are you? Is John in there? Do you see Jonathan Williams in the group? John's like, "You guys messed up so much, I didn't got off from work during the live stream." And I was like, "What just happened?" I was sitting there like, "What just happened?" I'm trying to turn the thing on. I was like, "Not today." I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna take this as a good thing." I don't know how I'm gonna convince myself that it is, but I'm gonna take this as a good thing. All right, let's see. Okay,
So
I
is
think.
anyone brave enough to click the YouTube link?
Excuse me. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, dude, I'll do it.
Oh, I love that one. The 56K slowed down to creepy.
Did you guys know you could loop videos with YouTube itself?
No, I thought you had to use a special.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just right-click the video and there's a little loop. I didn't fucking know that.
What? Tell me.
I literally found it like 2 days ago.
No.
Iron fucked something up.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. We back. Wait. This one says with beads and one doesn't say with beads.
No,
So.
what we're missing right now is some spreadsheets.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even get to install any of my licenses. I was trying to hurry up and get the live stream
I
mode.
want to see some fancy spreadsheets tonight.
Those spreadsheets. Those damn
Dude,
spreadsheets.
spreadsheets are great.
I can't stand those spreadsheets.
Still waiting for that spreadsheet power set. Come on now. Don't disappoint me.
I'm waiting on I'm waiting on DJ Chaos to spin those sick freaking records. That's what I'm waiting on. Till you start spinning those records, you have nothing to say to me.
Well, now that I'm not suffering from almost debilitating nerve damage and acute sinusitis for 2.5 weeks, I'll be able to broadcast again.
Yes, and you will broadcast. And you will broadcast. And you will like it.
Intense. Better, better.
And you will broadcast. And you will like it. There we go.
Damn straight.
Look, Mandrake, damn straight. You will like it. Huh?
Only if you're nice to me.
You gonna do it or else I'm gonna force program your character to walk up to the thing and start spinning records with or without you. You're like, hey, I'm logging in. That's some kind of bug. I'm like, it's almost like I'm losing control of my character. Okay. I see what you did there. I see what you did. Okay. We're gonna play it like that, huh? I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect then. And your character's still there. Like, oh wait. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot you added tech to have me as an NPC if I log out. Well, in that case, what do you need me to spin and for how long? What miserable.
Just blame it on a new keyboard.
I'll just blame it on Mandrake. Be like, your boss told me to tell you to do that.
It's always boss's fault.
Take it up with him. Whatever
I
issues.
just blame it on Phil.
Damn it, Phil.
You know, feels like, hey, look, you know, I appreciate what you guys are doing, but you got to stop. Where we at?
Dude, sick beanie.
Sick beanie.
Like neon pink.
I wear it. I wear that for $1.
Whoa.
Mandrake, you would know where that came from, didn't you?
I wish I did. I'm not cool.
Where'd that come from, Mandrake?
Well, it wasn't where, it was by. But, yeah, we all know where that came from.
Yeah, it was not for this stream. Not for this stream.
Don't move, creep.
Don't move, creep. Calm down. I wasn't gonna move. I don't know who told you that, but you've been highly misinformed. I was not gonna move. You can lower that gun. I'm gonna go ahead and walk out of here.
I wish I knew it at all. What we were
That's the beauty of it. That's what makes it so great. The fact that you don't. The fact that you're helplessly reaching.
It's
Grasping.
called Inside Insanity.
It's either called that or paying $1 for it. I'd buy that for $1. No, you wouldn't. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You sure are right. I wouldn't. Watch it be inverted. Nope. So what are you whining about? You're missing something. What am I doing? That's something else I need to work on. Some kind of culling mask shader for like the top of your head when you have one of the exposed brain elements on. I'm missing something, but what?
I've always wanted a mass shader for the top of my head.
When do I get one? You don't get one. Because you acted up at the mall. You were at that mall acting up. You embarrassed me. You get nothing.
Behave or I will turn this Discord right around. Go back home. You understand me? I am not playing this time.
You're gonna get the, I remember my mom used to say, you're gonna get the beating of your life. I'd be like, dang, I thought I already got that. I got that already, Mom. You sure?
I thought I got that the last time.
You didn't get, you got an average one. I made a decision to give you an average one right as I went to start. There we go.
That guy creeps me out.
on that
What?
video.
What, what video?
Am I too loud or anything? Or
Yeah, you're
A
really
little bit
loud.
too loud.
You're about as loud as everyone else in this stream.
I mean,
What?
C4 was
Yeah, you will never ever.
Sounded like-
You
sounded
will
like
never.
His mic was like in his throat already.
Oh my gosh.
was it? Okay, is this better?
What did
Yes.
you? I was like,
Okay,
Sean,
cool.
what did you do?
That actually worked too.
Okay, I think that's enough of those fixes for today. Ah,
I say it's
What is
not
that?
C4 without some kind of explosion.
that one has
Why does
it
he have a belt buckle on his head?
because it's supposed to be it's some of the other ones I have to fix, but it's supposed to have a belt strap with that, and then a massive brain leak at the top, like a swollen massive brain leak, I think. Let me see. I guess I need to do these, but I want to get to some other interesting stuff right now instead.
So many dirty comments I am not making.
Don't
You should
do
be
it.
proud of me.
Yeah, I am. Seriously, if it'll keep you
The
quiet.
one thing I can say about this whole kind of showcase is the fact that they all look pretty good for t-shirts.
For what?
They all look pretty good for t-shirts. I mean, t-shirts have to do a lot of work to make it look like any semblance of hair.
You know, this is just thrown together too. I was like, give me everything. I told the artist, I was like, give me everything you've ever seen in City of Heroes. I was like, people should be able to recreate at least a similar looking character. Yeah, I think those brain ones are gonna require some code. That one is missing texture too.
Dang it, y'all. Now I'm going to have to watch that movie. It was so bad, but I loved it.
What?
It's all your fault. You guys and you're all buy that for $1. Now I have to watch it.
Yeah, that one needs to be fixed too. This is by far the worst hairstyle. I think this looked like the guy off of Shrek. Every time I see it, I just think, gosh, this is so god awful. Like who? It's like just like a.
I think
It's-
it's He-Man.
It's like a frustrated person with long hair just got tired of dealing with their hair and just went to chopping at it with a knife.
I've done that before. Well, not with a knife.
Go clubbing.
You're talking about the one that's like a mullet?
So
Yeah, I've seen better.
yeah. Oh, the mullet one is the very worst, man. Where is it? I was just like, what? I was just like, what is wrong with you?
Prince Valiant.
I must be getting to stream like good. I must be getting to stream like a good 10-15 seconds after anything going on here.
All streams were.
All right. Enough of this. Enough dealing with this.
So, do you think Valiants will be able to ever bring the mullet back? Let me answer that for
No.
you. Nothing can bring the mullet back.
Yeah, nothing will. Please, and if it does, then I'm shutting Valiance down permanently.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
who's,
don't think anything can bring it back.
like, who's responsible for this?
MMO to Crime Against Humanity.
Who's responsible for this? Who's responsible for this? I want that login name. I want that login name right now.
Dude, you're the boss. You have to take responsibility for the actions of those under you.
That's how bad it is. I don't
Wait,
have to
someone makes
take.
a mullet.
That's how bad it is. I don't have to take
I actually
responsibility.
rather a ponytail.
I don't have to take
What? It was
responsibility for
popular in New Mexico.
it. You made me think about that scene from what shoot? What is it called? Shootout? Shoot 'em up? Shoot 'em up. I
Shoot
think.
'em up.
It's like,
Yeah.
look at this guy with his stupid ponytail. he thinks his ponytail makes him look hip. It doesn't. It just makes him look like an a-hole. And then he shoots his ponytail off. I was like, wow, what an accurate shot, man! To blow each piece of each follicle of hair off to the point that his entire ponytail came off in like one lump. I was like, man, remind me not to test this guy. It's like, I'll blow your ponytail
I really
off.
don't know about that hairstyle that Zach just posted right now. I really
Yeah.
do not know. And somehow it gave me a thumbs up on that.
I hope I never see anyone with this hairstyle in game. I really do.
The longer I look at it, the more I can't look away.
I mean, it just the artist just like over exaggerated how horrible it is by just giving it like an uneven, like on one side. It just no, please don't.
You know, I'm gonna have to make a character.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna do it just to be a jerk.
And I'm gonna run around you like all the time. Like, look
I'll
at the
join
hair,
in.
look at the hair, look at the hair.
It's funny because I love this hairstyle, but I'm like, I can't use it with any character I could come up with. Like,
I couldn't even come close to anything like that in real life because half of my hair is missing at this point.
Also, why is that affecting the hair color? What is happening? What is happening, man? That means I got some color.
You kind of think the lore always kind of puts you into either like Greek or like Olympian. I don't think I've ever seen any other thing they could get away from as far as having anywhere else.
That's weird. So it's something with the what is happening there? Because that should oh my gosh. Did we do? I think. Let me see. That means this entire time these hair things have been
Shh, it's in chat. Don't say it aloud.
Sorry.
Maybe he's not supposed to know.
Don't you do it. Whatever you're doing, you want to rethink that.
But it's glorious.
No,
Take it
we don't
back.
want to rethink it.
You take it back, whatever it is, you take it back and you never show it again.
Shall I recap?
Sure. Sure, why not, Demon? Show yourself. Oh yeah, okay, so that's some code. That's some code that's breaking there. Alright. It's not I see. So that needs to be flipped. I didn't catch that somehow. Alright. I'll flip you, Julius.
You know what? I think I know a character that could pull that look off. The hairstyle, at least.
Who?
An eccentric CEO.
Essentially, CEO
that's
can
one-
pull any hairstyle off.
Because no one can tell him not to do it.
Oh.
Which, who cares? So all you gotta do is make sure it's like, you know, business suit, everything, and then just write a whole backstory of like he's the brand or this or that. I mean, have you ever seen the guy for what is that dialysis company? He always dresses up like a musketeer.
Yeah, just need to fix that. All right.
I don't remember. I have a feeling though anyone in New Mexico would probably pull it off, but then again they like weird hairstyles over there.
I always sucked at setting up colors for this kind of stuff. Remember, I used to have Ben do all mine. I'd be like, Ben, give me some colors, man. I accidentally hit create. Oh, did I get it? Okay, cool. I was about to say I thought I switched at the right time.
Last week's line was the company called the Vita. The guy CEO is a guy named Ken Theory, and he dresses up as a musketeer for most of his events.
What's that?
CEOs.
What's Bestial Fury gonna be like?
You're basically I kind of like monstrous attacks, like kind of like claws, kind of not like claws, like Wolverine claws. Like what?
That's one thing. That's the most common complaint about Champions Online's Beast Style Fury is how sluggish it is.
Yeah.
Make it fast.
It is.
How fast though?
I'd make it a little snappy, like
I was hoping a meme. I was hoping for a meme.
Like in Champions Online, the character just takes. It's like a good 1 second per swing, and you can just go on the line right now. And I'm not sure if it's a preset. I could probably demonstrate it on because I have a character slot I plan deleting anyways. I could remake it and just take a few of the powers and show you, but it's pretty slow.
Yeah,
I was hoping you would just say Sanic fast.
Yeah, we already have the animations for it. It's pretty crazy.
Heroes Workshop likes
that.
Yeah, I do too.
That is a pretty cool act. I agree. I like how it has that trail behind it.
Yeah, it's crazy because John.
He just put his weapon away and then.
What the way?
Okay.
Oh,
it's not as bad as the infamous.
Yeah, this is one that.
I'm not going to speak of it, but it's still pretty funny. It's like he's spinning his axe away all the time.
Yeah, it's because it's basically he generates it. It's on the. John is working on. He's still fixing some code on it, but when he scores a successful hit, it destroys, and he generates another one, but it's not generating. Like there's an animation for the generation where he basically between the attack once his weapon is destroyed, he pretty much puts his hand on and generates another one really quick. Blends in as part of the animation. So it's like it destroys, and as it destroys, he can feel it destroy. So he creates another one, but it's bugging out, and it's just being constantly and sometimes it does, and sometimes it breaks late.
So theoretically, could this axe, like the swing on it, using the same attack, like do the one swing and then pull back swing? So like, his animation ends with his arm being pulled to the left. So it'll be
This guy's gonna.
left to right, or is that something that helps?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways he's using, like especially for like when you see him put it away here, but we have an animation being worked on now, and what he does is once he's out of combat, he just shatters it in his hand. He just shatters it, and it's gonna be like that's kind of like the ice melee thing. He generates various types of weapons, like so you could 1 minute he'll pull out an axe, and the next minute he'll generate like a bat, and the animations will change around it. So you never know what your character's gonna pull out. And as each attack is higher, yeah, with each degree that it heightens, he'll pull out something else. Like his max one, he might just pull out like a massive ice truck or something, and just smash it on you or run it into you or something.
Go full Yuki Matsuri on this. I went to the Japanese Yuki Matsuri Snow Winter Festival in Sapporo in 2011. I saw ice structures that were like as big as houses. In fact, there was a temple made out of snow. You just have them build out a freaking building, and it's like.
I accidentally deleted a few shaders and never replaced them with the new ones. Marcus Clark, I choose you. I'm just playing.
You know,
Hey,
is you could just say like these guys have like a fault system going on, like like a flaw, and it's the inability to correctly use hammer space.
To use what?
The inability to correctly use hammer space.
What is that? What's hammer space?
Okay, you never heard of hammer space?
Hammer time.
Yeah, I heard of hammer time. Now, if you can't correctly use that, it's fine because he didn't know how to correctly use it either.
Hammer space is just where you store your weapons you pull out from nowhere.
Oh, like I'm trying to have him do all kind of crazy over the top stuff as it like gets higher and higher. Like for his max, like if you're outside, I like for him to just pull a whole building to generate a massive skyscraper, and just the whole thing just falls on you, doing like massive AoE damage for all enemies in that area. I know it sounds stupid, but can you imagine that? You're like, what is your character You know, I'm not gonna fix the axe. I'm gonna leave it broke, and you're gonna deal with it. Every time you log in, you're gonna automatically be forced to select that because you want to be a wise guy. So yeah, I want to do more. I want to do some more card gen stuff, but I know people probably watching are probably bored watching that, setting up that stuff.
I'm having fun.
You having fun, man?
By the tree again.
Say that again.
I'm just chilling.
Let's see. Let's see if this ever got fixed. Let's see it. Yeah.
I meant to ask earlier. In the Roanoke area, you had that green horror golem. Is that just going to be the normal lighting setting to like just making green panes, or is that
Actually, once you get in there, we haven't set it up yet, but once you get in there, it's gonna tweak the atmosphere component, so it'll still have that, but everything will start to look green to you because that's a fungal toxin that's growing from the trees, from the magical potency in those trees. So once you get in there, it's going to start to affect your vision by making the majority of the environment overhead look really thick and green too. So yeah, that's going to always be there. Well, until, yeah, don't go in there with fungal allergies. Oh, is it just super speed, I think?
asked any hints on what the cards will look like, and will we see people get in them and take off into the air? The NPCs.
Hopefully they'll stay blocked.
Well, nah, we actually have some of those in development now. The ones on the ground will pretty much always be on the ground, but they'll be you'll see in the upcoming patch where we have this building here, the Skyline Civic Center building is being remade, and it has upper floors that are basically designed for wall crawling characters and flying characters and stuff like that. And from time to time, some of them will have parking lots on them. And so if you're up there, yeah, you'll see people get in the vehicles and then you'll see them fly off of there. That's one of the things we've been working on getting added to the pedestrian system. Speaking of that, it looks like I disabled that too and didn't bring those back yet for testing. So I'll get those back in there tonight.
I really want to see the wall climbing. Sounds really cool.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully we can get it in there, not by the patch that's coming up, but by the next.
That in the
Something else. Yeah, one of my friends was like, you guys have to add that to super speed. I was like, no, I was like, actually with super speed, if you run into an object, you just pretty much smash and suffer damage from it. And he was like, what? And I was like, no, it's just playing. You don't suffer damage, you just kind of hit it.
That's actually a funny thing to animate, though. It'd be like the card, like Bugsy video game where the guy and smashes it and suddenly just splashed it on the wall.
That's what he was saying. He was like, that probably look cool, but it'd be so stupid and annoying.
I was like, load up a video of that. I think I might be able to find one.
You just
funny to run into something ever.
That's what I was telling him. I was like, I think it'll be cool. I was like, but no, I'm not gonna let people do that. We also have new animations being worked on for Super Speed too.
Oh damn, that's
yeah. There's actually a special running animations for it, and different foot effects for it too.
I don't know. I kind of like this one.
You mean you're not going to keep it like this?
You gotta see. You gotta. I can't wait till people see the other one because when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so awkward!" Like because like he's running so fast that he throws his feet like extremely high, like almost to like his chest. That's how high up his legs go.
You have to put a cape on now.
Oh no!
Speed with it.
Oh no!
As that cape would be on the other side of the map.
That's what someone said. I don't know what happened there, but somehow the elasticity was set to like super low, like so there was like no like the it wasn't the resistance wasn't high enough to make it snap back. Is that mob still in here? Did I restart the server or are those mobs still in here?
Yeah, I think you did.
The only thing this animation is missing, by the way,
no, I did. It's still there.
It's a stretchy cape.
is him sticking his arms in the air.
And of course, behind that, you'd have to have it playing yakety sax.
We need the.
Okay, let me try this. Come on, I want
to. The anime run. Super
oh yeah.
Oh yes.
All right, here we go. Can I outrun it? I'm gonna try to outrun it. Throw it. Gosh, come on.
Did he throw it at himself?
Oh no! Haha. Come on.
Look at this guy getting a Star Fox feel.
No, don't. Oh. All right, I guess.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I'm gonna try to do like the people who with Super Speed did in like City Heroes. I don't think ours can do it. I think he's fat. Am I even landing? It's not even lit. Nah, I can't. Whoa, what just happened?
Oh god.
I'm going too fast. Hey dude, come on. I mean, it's really not gonna.
Now you see me, now you don't.
I'm coming. I don't know how I keep getting up there. It's rather awkward. Alright. We may have found some interesting bug. There you go. That's for you. That's for you, Z. No fall damage. Oh wait, spoke to something. I think I got it high enough. Yeah, you got to fall from extremely high to
At
get
least you're
hurt.
not taking like half your health. worth
Yeah,
of
something bugs
damage
out
just
there.
to-
Something bugs out there because he can't come after me now. But I can't attack him either. Oh, maybe I can. Yeah, that's Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Those guys are supposed to. I gotta work on those ragdolls because they really get jacked up. I see what's happening when it destroys. He goes into the same disarmed state that he does normally. What he needs to do is just draw the next one. He doesn't need to go through the put away animation.
So he's putting away the weapon after every single attack phase.
Yep, it destroys, but the code isn't set up where the logic recognizes to skip that state. It doesn't need to put it away because it's a special type of weapon. It's funny because you can't really see it. I need to work on the transparency, but let's see. There's actually little crystals growing on it. That's also a ore that's going to be used for the character creator song.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
It does look cool. It just makes me think of that just like this bug in Fallout 4 where the character where you try to switch weapons with the keyboard and the character doesn't draw a weapon, instead just derps around trying to pull out nothing, and it goes on for like 10-15 seconds or so, and anything can happen at that time.
Yep. Come on, I can do this. Oh wow, and he evaded it. Oh, come on. Alright, okay. I get it.
I think Ice Melee guy is explaining why you never put a weapon on your back and then constantly put it back onto your back.
Oh man.
Never wear the weapon on the back, man. It's not a smart idea.
See,
It does seem mildly inefficient.
See, and Jack said that these guys aren't supposed to regen. This guy is very obviously regenning. He said mobs aren't supposed to regen. Well, something's up.
I believe
Oopsies.
a couple of weeks ago.
What'd you say? What'd you say, C4?
I believe I told you that they were.
I know. I told him that
Not
too.
supposed to, and I said, well, they are.
That's what I told him. I was like, they are, and he was like, they don't. It's not in their advancement sheets. Well, screw their advancement sheets. Okay, see, it's not destroying. It destroys.
Max health when you leave combat.
That's what I was saying. He said they're not supposed to. They're never supposed to regen like that. I love that. I love that axe.
He really likes putting that weapon away.
That's what I was saying. Like, he's not putting it away.
He's spending all that time reaching up to put it away and reaching up to pick it up, to swing again, and then putting it back, and it's just.
And now he's
I'm
just
amazed
not
he
even.
didn't dodge anything like
Now
that.
he's not even going out of combat. Now he's just. It's almost like the guy's stuck over there, but he's still attacking me because I can't go out of combat.
I bet his hitbox is stuck in that
Yeah.
architecture there.
I'll go ahead and. Oh. Hey, shut up. I have points. Look at this. What I need. Give me 500. I just need enough to get another attack because I can't keep. Gosh, some gotta fix that. What?
I imagine the watchman's like, what are you doing over there?
Haha. Watch that.
Should code in like something yet. What the? Like you should code in like if you go into some spot they can't get up to, like, hey, get back here.
Have them actually emoting at you like, what are you doing? That's something I've been playing around with actually, is having like voiced emotes from mobs. It's just there has to be some kind of sweet algorithm though. It has to be like the perfect. It's gonna take a while to find the sweet spot because you don't want them constantly doing it, but then you don't want them to do it once a month or something. You're like, man, I heard that too many times this month.
Or talking all the time like some kind of a paranoid schizophrenic.
Yep.
But like in Starbound, they'll do that. If you jump up to somewhere when the NPCs that are trying to kill you can't get up to you, they'll be like, "Hey, get back here." The only problem is that happens. The AI
so
will
many
just
times
stand there so that you can shoot them to death.
It's
pretty hilarious.
That I remember when I very first played Skyrim. I got to a point where I was all like, "Oh," I was like, "Dang, the character can't follow me," and I remember I was like. And as a programmer, I always look for that. I was like, let's see what the programmers did this time. And I'm usually always right. I'm like, nothing. They didn't do anything. So I would be like, what did you do this? What did you do? Let's see. And so like I started shooting at the character, and he continues to try to make his way up the terrain towards me. And I plug him probably about 3 or 4 times, and he just runs away. He just he gets to a point where he notices he can't get to me, and he just runs away. And I was like, "Hi, I'm still gonna pluck you. Didn't even go far enough." And then my arrows wouldn't reach. Like even if I fired them and tried to arc them, it's like they reached the point where they were like, "Nope, you can't. You're not gonna cherry pick this."
I'm gonna show you a bit. I'm gonna share a video with you real quick.
I was like, "Wow, nice." I was like, you guys got me. I actually
You want artificial stupidity. You get the chance. Check out that Marlins Settle card chase. Like you can literally lure them to just walk off a cliff and.
Which one is that?
All the time, and what'll happen is in the video, they're chasing this Khajiit player, and he jumps over to a ledge that they could probably just go in a door and go out the other door to follow him, but they try to just jump right over a little. Over one ledge to the other one, but they don't know how to jump, so they just plop down. They hit the ground and say, "Help!" and they run back down.
Wait, this is on Morrowind, you said?
Back down. They actually do that until they finally kill themselves doing it.
And you said that's on Morrowind?
Yeah, Morrowind. That's like the 3rd Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. They do, because I was like, if you're talking about that, I know that too well. What are you doing over here? You don't belong over here. And down through the terrain I go again. What happened? Ouch. What just happened? I take it that one shouldn't have. I'm gonna have to fly up out of here. You're gonna get killed for that. Where are you? Now I'm gonna split your skull for that. You wanna try this again? Playing with This ain't a game. Matter of fact, let me see what
Well,
I got.
actually, technically,
Hey, don't you do it. You quiet over there. You shut it down. You shut it down. I'm shutting it for you.
no.
No. I said no.
Wait, I thought you said you fixed the damage boost number.
Well, they've been fixed. They just aren't. The value just isn't showing.
Oh, okay.
But it's gonna be fixed in the patch release. It's one of the things on our to do's list. Ooh, with the slow fall, I'm about to die. Huh. I did that because Z was like, superheroes shouldn't die from a fall. There's gonna be some punishment to that though. You're gonna like fall and you're just gonna hear like crunch, and your character's gonna be like and walk slow for like about 10 seconds. Like, I'm okay. I fell off the skyscraper. I'm okay. I hurt my ankle a little. I'm back. Somebody's gonna be like, that's just ridiculous. Did I just talk to Z Hero? Because it wasn't my idea. It was his idea to let you fall and break your leg like that.
That was a really slow fall, though.
I know. That's what we're working on now. We're adding real world physics calculations to it, so you actually drop appropriately. No.
Oh yeah, it's like, well, especially prominent. Like, I mean, I'm not sure. I think the version that's current, unless you guys are updating it now, but I know that you can jump and hit. Like, if you hit jump and hit return, your character just indefinitely rises. But if you just hit anything and you just how slow it falls.
Yeah, we're working on that too. That's part of the jump update. No.
I used to use that to navigate the city more efficiently, but then of course that was pretty suicidal of me to do that. But I remember when I first got up to I actually jumped up all the way to the flying cars. I was like, wow, those things are pretty big.
Yeah, they are. They're like, no, what just happened? I'm about to die for real now.
Uh-oh, I think you're running out of energy on the stream. When I'm
Yeah.
And you fall to your death, don't you?
That's a great animation.
There he goes, and his animation for trying
falling.
Wow, that is one slow fall. And then he lands like he is swimming indeed.
That's weird. Yeah.
Swimming on the dirt in the air.
Like we were working on. There's this one oh no, down. I didn't know this is okay, now we can go. His power regen wasn't holding up. Frank was like, who put the namesake radio building inside the gate, the walls? I was like, me. I was like, I wanted to get it in there. He was like, it's too big for the small area.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Is it outside the map?
Yeah, because it was so big. The camp, because it has like a huge campus type defense area and stuff. Because like in the lore, they're basically hiding a bunch of like personal media secrets and stuff, and like they take it very seriously. So like they don't take any chances with this. So they got this incredible security system and. Basically like a little small army. Yeah, you got some terrible secrets there.
So I'm gonna have to sneak in all ninja like lots of secrets, and then someone's gonna end up shooting me because I know too much.
Yep. You're gonna be like, every time you try to go around there, they're gonna attack you. That's the next big thing that's gonna come after, like the not this upcoming patch or the next one, but the third patch. Following this big one is gonna have a huge NPC AI update for stuff like that. It's like Jax Corp. We got a very basic version of some of the features. But like you'll notice if Jax is online and he passes around his Jax Corps affiliates or his troops, they'll stop and salute him, and they'll basically emote different. There's a couple of different lines of dialogue that they'll emote when he's around, and players will be able to do the same thing. Like maybe you do a mission for someone, and you gain a lot of notoriety between them and their associates. You'll see them doing stuff like that, saluting you, or when you pass by, they'll throw up different like signs of acknowledgement to you.
See, that's one of those things that I've always appreciated in games like World of Warcraft. A certain Burning Crusade faction, you get all the way up to Exalted, and they'll salute you or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you've done all this stuff for them and raised your rep up, and it felt like a real accomplishment.
Yep, that's one of the big things I think with RPGs that people kind of overlook, and it's really something that should be the most important elements. Is making people feel like they go somewhere.
That's the exact opposite. Like in Bethesda games, you do one mission for them, and so I shared it in the off-topic video. Zero Punctuation complains of that in Fallout 4, but just about almost every faction, like in Skyrim, in Skyrim and Fallout 4, you do one thing and suddenly you're the leader.
Yeah,
absolutely no reason.
Gosh, I hate that. And that's one of the things that I don't know. In Morrowind, it wasn't like that. Like in Morrowind, you can join certain houses, but when certain houses that weren't aligned with each other, just straight up just couldn't stand each other, man. They'd be like, man, you can't come in here, man. Like, you're aligned with House of Lalu, man. Get out.
I read that too. If you joined the Mages Guild, you couldn't be in the Fighters Guild.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah, they were really strict about that.
Because I look in Oblivion even had this problem. It's you can become leader of the Fighter Guild, leader of the Mages Guild, leader of the Thieves Guild, leader of the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, you can't be on that.
About the exact opposite of the Fighters Guild. I mean, and they can do that in Skyrim too. And I'm like, and the companions will leave the seeking and for the gutter people who can't defend themselves, and then of course you can go and join the Thieves Guild and suddenly do exactly the very thing that the companions absolutely hate.
Cause and it's funny because I remember someone was asked that at a Bethesda interview, and he was like, "Are you basically telling on yourself?" And, that's a reasonable excuse, I guess. But you can't think that the Dark Brotherhood is an absolute arrived in absolute secrecy. No one could ever know what they're up to, ever. It's just the fact that you would be I guess this all depends on how you role play, but you would think someone would think naturally, I'm a murderer. This group doesn't like murderers. Why would I borderline myself and have to be incredibly cautious around these individuals when I could just not be a part of their faction, when I could just choose to not be affiliated with them and have no worries, no looking over my shoulder or anything like that. It's just odd to me that they do that, and that's their excuse for it. I'm telling on myself. I'm telling on myself by being affiliated with the group that I know would kill over it doesn't like. Don't do that. And especially with some the ones in Morrowind, you couldn't hide that. You couldn't hide that you're affiliated with House Lalu and you're rolling around with House Redrin. They're just it there's no hiding it. And I think it would be the same with in Oblivion. You're this well-known, this notable leader of this massive fighters guild, and you honestly think that the Dark Brotherhood would be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing being such a recognizable and notable figure in the city like that? We operate here in darkness. You can't do that. You chance bringing this to our doorstep. Nah, you gotta end that. End it quickly. oh, I was undercover. Like, no, we don't do undercover. Like, no, we
Well, it
are
also made me feel
undercover.
like it also made me feel like I guess a Mary Sue or a Marty Sue at times, because it's like there's no consequences on everything. You know, when you're joining all those factions and becoming the leader of every single one of them. And I'm almost like, you know, how does the Dragonborn find all the time to lead all for every single faction that he
Yeah,
never even so much
yeah.
as helped one time? You know.
Yeah, it's just it's so odd to me. Like, I mean, I guess, like I was saying, I guess you can say to each his own, but it seems like you would, for the sake of role playing, have something to govern that. Like maybe if you're a member of the Fighters Guild, you'd be recognized as being someone who is against, or the Fighters Guild stands against the Dark Brotherhood, so that when you
Yep,
do
I agree
choose
with
to do that,
yeah.
when you do choose to be both, you can, but give people some reason to make it make sense in their role playing world, to limit them and try to govern them by some reason. So you're like, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna be the most notable figure of an organization that hunts and tracks the Dark Brotherhood. So why would I, how do I go about this? Like, you could still do it, but give them something challenging, make it challenging to them, give them a reason to want to be cautious. I would say give them a reason to want to be driven, to be more cautious or watchful, or however.
Yeah, like one idea I had one time was, like, say I'm a member of the College of Winterhold in Skyrim, and I rank past get past a certain point in that storyline, lock me out of becoming like member of the circle of the companions and the other factions, like keep me from advancing past that. You know, because hey, you know, this person is that high of a rank in the College of Winterhold. He's probably not interested in any more than some physical training. He's probably not interested in, you know, doing nothing but mercenary work. He's probably busy with other things, you know.
Yeah.
Or the Dark Brother would be like, well, dude, he's too public of a figure. There's no way he can be an effective assassin.
Yeah, there you go. That's the same type of stuff that I was thinking, like, and just be like, yeah, like, he's not good. He's gonna bring attention on us, and maybe someone's gonna be watching him, protecting him, or looking after him, and he's gonna try to sneak away to get in touch with us. Just no, tell him no and kill him, because now we can't trust him. Because he may get mad because we did that and try to point out all our hiding spots. So now we have to kill him. So all of a sudden they call you to a meeting, and naturally you're like, man, they're going to talk to me about this whole thing, and I'm going to have to cover it up. And then all of a sudden a bunch of daggers come out. Like, wait a minute, you're gonna kill me? I'm gonna leave peacefully. Sorry, we can't trust you. We really wish we could, but we can't trust you to do that. Everything's still good in Discord? Everyone got quiet. Okay, I'm about to start working on, I'm gonna start bringing in some hats, because I've been wanting to work on these for a minute. And we're going to run our processor on these. C4, you still there?
He's in the chat. He's muted though.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Did y'all come through? Alright. I'm gonna extract these. Start setting up a couple new hats. Ah, come on, keyboard, work with me today. Work with me. Excuse me. I'm just gonna do a big blanket excuse of me because still dealing with, man, I mean, this thing is really, keyboard is really killing me right now because pneumonia is still bothering me a little bit. I still have a few issues with this cough, and it's just annoying.
Stop dying.
I'm not gonna die. I'm just gonna win in a way you never seen, in a way you never seen before.
Well, I am about to lose. I need to.
Don't you dare do it. You do it,
I'm
you
so
will
tired.
fail. You do it, you will fail me and everyone watching.
I know. I'm
You-
sorry.
You
I
know.
love you all.
You know.
Bye.
You just don't care.
I do care. I'm just so tired.
You're so tired. Get some sleep. Get
I'm
some
not a
sleep,
robot
Kev.
like you.
You know, I'm going on what, like 45 hours now?
You nut
I'm-
burger.
what the heck kind of
What?
burger is that?
Nut
Put
burger.
Put that burger away. No. Step away
Good
from that.
night, you gorgeous people.
Night
Yeah.
chaos. Let's see how many of these things we got.
There's a question in the chat. I don't know if you answered it, but
Uh-oh.
will namesake broadcast in game?
Yes. That's actually an interesting question because that's something that we're working on now. We actually have you can buy headsets that actually let you listen directly to Namesake, and then Namesake will also have you can listen to the actual live in real life broadcast channels from within the game using special headsets, and they'll also unlock a special Namesake radio in-game channel that kind of works like Fallout's radio station, where they're playing licensed music and you can listen to it, and then Mandrake is kind of narrates throughout the day different vocal cues and stuff like that. Or you could just tune into the actual live Namesake radio feed if you want to do more kind of real life listen. So yeah, they're definitely an actual active part of the game world.
That's pretty cool.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, they were really 1, 2, 3. They were really supportive of us when we very first started, and they backed us for a long time, helping keep the Valiant's IP going. And we just wanted to return the love and show them our appreciation for their support. So we integrated their intellectual property into the game world, and we have DJ Chaos, who is just online with us. She's an actual NPC in the game. She's a popular DJ. She's also the owner in game of the Club Chaos, which is going to be in the new patch too. It's a social club you can go to and hang out and stuff.
I probably will spend majority of my time there.
Yeah, me too. That's what I told her. I was like, I'm gonna be in there just sitting around talking to people.
When I'm not leveling shit.
You know, when I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna be in there chilling. We got a bunch of art for it too. We have the entire sound stage, speakers, lounge chairs, bartenders, bar. There's a round table type bar too. Yeah, so This is going to be a big patch. That's why I think it's taking so long. We're doing um, a lot of fixing, and a lot of features.
Yeah. Can't wait for the pets though. I really want to try pets.
Yeah. I think we'll be able to squeeze soldier commanding in there because that's one I really want to put to a test. Because man, Jax is, when it comes to that, like he's really nuts about that. Because like I had shared a video when I very first started working on him. I shared a video and I was like, wait a second. I was like, a few of my friends play Masterminds. I don't remember him being able to summon that many characters. And he was like, yeah, man, like, you could do more than that. And I was like, no way. Like, how? I don't remember struggling to like visualize the battlefield. I was like, excuse me. I was like, I can't visualize anything going on there. I can't visualize how many, like, this just one person can. Is there a limit to how many a group can spawn? And he was like, nope. And I was like, that just looks very distracting. He was like, nope, they could do the same thing when you played. They're all able to do the same thing. And I was like, well, I don't know. We probably can't do that many. He was like, I actually want to do more than that. I think I'm gonna leave that Santa Claus hat off till
on the website under the director archetype.
Mm-hmm.
For the secondary power group, it just says control. Is that supposed to be like that? Because for the commander, it says melee damage control. But
yeah, it's because they're so confusing to me. Frank usually explains them the best because he's the one who built them, but they each have a different type of control. Like, for example, the commander specializes in basically debilitating his targets and commanding his pets around the battlefield. Meanwhile, what did I miss? I just missed one, I think.
okay, in the details, it actually says that the leaders will be a set that focuses on dealing damage from a range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one.
It also spells through incorrectly.
I need to check that out. I have to get at a look because I know from the way it was explained to me, the leader does do damage, but I because I know he's changed a few things that need to be updated on the site. But the leaders are supposed to be melee, I thought, and they had support from their characters actually supporting them. They also are melee characters, but they support them with them doing the majority of damage, and then they buff the leader. That was supposed to be his thing. He basically charges head first in the battle. He's like a leader type character. But I know he did make a lot of changes that have to be updated on the thing because we're getting ready to do a huge blog where we talked about the major changes that were coming to archetypes and a lot of powers that are coming to. I think. Hold on. Actually, I don't have them on this machine, but this spreadsheets for the Cyber Special Forces, I believe, is the leader version of that, and they basically shoot from far distance, and as the leader you're in there doing melee and they're supporting you from far away, and their attacks even have it where they maintain distance. They don't have any melee. Their characters don't have any melee, so they're always shooting from far back. And their AI is also advanced enough to calculate something's distance from them, and when they feel like something's too far within range, they'll always back up. They'll always run back and fire.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, they're really cool. That's the one I'm most excited to show off because they are annoying as hell. They're gonna be annoying as hell in PvP. Like you can watch them like being shooting at mobs, and like the mobs will chase them around and they'll back up and shoot. Like right now we have it where they actually back up and have to turn around and shoot, so they can't shoot while like actively retreating. But that's something that might change. But yeah, that I can only see how annoying they would be to like melee characters in PvP, and that's one of the things where I keep saying he works so hard to kind of balance gameplay around PvP, because you don't want to take something from like players who do both. Like if someone does PvP and PvE, and then in PvP, they have, something has to be one way or not, or there in PvE, or there in PvP but not in PvE. So they have to learn to basically live two different characters or play two different characters. So like it's even something as simple as that, like that mob that as you're pursuing them with melee, they're constantly running away and shooting at you, and doesn't your speed doesn't change because they're retreating. Like you don't all of a sudden get a burst of speed to help you catch up with them. As long as they're retreating from you. And I mean, you'll catch them if you're moving faster. If you have a faster movement speed, yeah, you'll eventually catch them. But just something as simple as that, these characters kind of, backing away and then cherry picking at you while you're chasing them, trying to catch up with them. And then there's multiple ones doing that. In a PvP scenario, it could become very annoying. And then by the time you take one out, the mastermind then summoned another one. So you have another one right on you after you didn't chase this one down. So yeah, it's getting crazy for them all. Getting crazy for them already. I think I got these new hats set up.
And there's like 3 different types of pet summoners.
There's the director, the leader, and the commander. Yeah. The leader is supposed to be the upfront melee attacker with the ranged characters that support him from the background, and then the commander is the opposite. They command from the background and they buff and support their pets and their teammates. And the director is an interesting one, and we have one based on a power set that one of our community members built in the forums, in the original forums, and we've continued to work on it and port it over. But it's called the Drone Commander. And the interesting thing about the directors is they're almost playing their pets like an RTS. Like they have a entire like interface menu to manage each one of their pets, and they manage them very much like you manage pets in a or units in the RTS. And so you have tons of different options and properties that you use to govern them by. Like you could say, once this pet is, this low on health, and if you have this ability, use this ability on them. Or if they're this low, target whatever is the nearest target to them that's aggressive. It's a really elaborate list of different properties and states, and you can also use it on yourself. You can say, if I have this many pets on the field and my health is this low, come to heal me. If I have this many pets on the field and more than this percentage of them have this percentage of health, then you heal one or the other. Yes, it gets crazy. Like directors are going to be like they're going to be a really intense pet controller power, because you're going to spend a lot of time defining how you want them to react, because as you summon them, you're basically summoning them and they have this programming already. You can edit it on the fly, but you don't want to you won't want to spend that type of detailed amount of time like literally directing them right there. Like your goal is to direct them or you want to give them their programming as early as you can. Excuse me again. All right.
So I have 2 questions now.
What do you got?
Will there be like so you said that you could have them do certain things for certain situations. Will you be able to like have like presets, so one for like PvP, one for PvE, that sort of thing?
That's not something that we have in there right now, but it's definitely something that we can include in the future. Yeah, definitely.
And my second question is, will there be macros?
That's something Jaximus has been trying to determine how he wants to handle it. We do have the tech in there for it already because it's something that we started programming, and he kind of wasn't sure how he wanted to go about it just yet, and so we disabled it. But yeah, there's definitely macros featured and built into the system now.
Okay, cool. I like macros.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like I was talking to him about it a couple days ago. I need to get the rest of these.
Director does sound fun though. I'm probably gonna be naming that one.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones I enjoy working with the most, setting up like the features and stuff for it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, and then like basically you end up with in a way you kind of end up with kind of like a prefab template creature, almost like you created the creature yourself, because you kind of give them out, like in my opinion, it's kind of like you give them an identity, like they have this way that they're expected to perform. What is going on with this? What's blocking hair or hat? So that's set up right. It's almost like it's looking for the wrong. It is. It's looking at the wrong. Let's see. So, okay. Hat. Making sure. Okay, all that is set up appropriately. So, why am I still seeing a field that doesn't exist? Oh, could it have something to do with the fact that I haven't? Okay. While I'm doing that, I'll reboot this. Where are we at? Okay. Now, let's take a stab at this again. I was telling Aegis that I was going to be streaming late. I didn't notice how late I'll be streaming into the night. But I want to get these hats in there because I got a bunch of work to do tomorrow on it.
You're East Coast, yeah?
I'm in Mountain in Idaho. I don't know why I always feel compelled to do that. I always feel compelled to, like, let's see, are we there yet? Oh, what is going on here? Why does it say hats? What is disabling hats? Something's disabling them. Hair off. Is it this? I bet that's it. Well, no, because that would break headwear too. And I think headwear is still, yeah, headwear is still working, so it's not that. Let's see. Chest component shouldn't be working. That's really odd. What is it doing? Where is it getting that value from? Okay, this is. You're gonna need to look up hats, cause. Okay. So that is coming from somewhere else completely. Doop, doop. Okay. Just annoying keyboard. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, I see it. I could have swore I updated that. Where we at? Start a local. Get it? Okay, yeah. Boom. And create character panel. And hat. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Components. And John did such a great job picking up my old system and just really expanding the hell out of it. Guy's a great programmer. It's gonna be easy turning this over to him. Alright. We should be back. There we go. Boom. Materials still need to be oh, what is going on? Okay, that's an art issue. Looks like yeah, part of the hat is somehow weighted to the arms or something, so the arms goes down and
That's interesting looking hat.
yeah. Okay, so they just need to fix that. I seen someone on the forum was like, or on the Facebook was like, give me a cowboy hat. So I had the artist do a cowboy hat and some boots. Cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and a belt. Got the old fedora, the new
What's that thing on the
fedora.
back? What's that?
Oh, I just threw a random texture on there until I start
okay.
setting all of them up. He needs to bring them closer to the skull too. They're a little floaty. What is that hat anyway? Is that a what? I've seen that.
Pheasant.
Yeah, like a fez hat. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
What are they? Is there any special meaning to them or anything? Because I've seen them before somewhere.
I mean, I can look it up. Not Fex. Fez.
Yeah. This one needs some work too. That one's a little too tight, I think. Sombrero. Yeah, he got a couple of spots where he has to fix this skinning is off. That sombrero is so big, like you can't even. Yeah, he's got some serious work to do. I like it.
Wait, can you put the spaghetti hair on with that? I want to see how it looks.
Yeah, hold on. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, there's a little thing in the back. Your head pops out.
I'm gonna have to update the frame too because it's cutting off the top of the hair. And
Ooh, a nice top hat.
what's it called? Cyber dreads. There you go. Yeah, I need to go in there and set them to hide different parts of the body when that's gonna. Yeah, he got to work on those. That skinning. It looks like some of the arms or the upper body got caught in the skinning. Alright, so the hats are there. Need some work, but they're there.
I guess what it's literally just kind of like fashion from the Ottomans. It doesn't say anything else about the fez.
Ah, okay. It's a little beanie. I actually like those Chinese conical hats. Well, at least I will once the ear tips are fixed. Got the cowboy
Still
hat.
funny though.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I think the next thing I want to do is cowboy. I hope he's watching and he sees we got that cowboy hat in he was requesting.
Do you know who it was?
I can't remember his name. It's on the Facebook page. We need to post some pictures. I'll look him up and post some pictures of him once I do. Another big thing that's being done right now too is we actually, because I basically before we were bringing in decent money for my campaign, I was pretty much paying for all the development out of pocket between our company COO and myself. And we had the option of having the male and female basically paying to have actual the spandex layered material and body mesh laid above the actual nude body, or the artist said, for free, I won't, I don't have to do the mesh and I'll paint on the naked bodies, on the nude bodies. So I was like, $500 for an extra layer of clothing, or try to go it like this and see how long till we can get one. I was like, do you think it'll look good? And he was like, well, you'll have the obvious genital areas where it's kind of really obvious that it's gonna look extreme. And he was like, and you'll see what appears to be the man's suit, the man and woman's suits going in their butt crack. But aside from that, he was like, I mean, I think it'll save you a lot of money. And I was like, yeah, that's like $1,000 extra for something that I could put into something completely different. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, so you want me to just paint directly on the new body? And I was like, I don't want to, but right now that's reasonable. So that's why I had a lot of people like, why does this butt look so pronounced? Why does this genital area look so pronounced? That's why, because it's painted directly on the naked, what's supposed to be his completely naked new body, with no accounting for the elasticity of cloth or anything. But not that we, yeah, this guy is something else. Yeah, we got those in. It's finally getting late over here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream. Got some hats in, got some hairs fixed, talked about a little bit, answered quite a few questions. And now it's time to call it a night.
Twas fun.
Definitely was great. I love hanging out with you guys and talking to you guys. The heart and soul of Valiance is the community. It is Das Communita. So we're signing out for the night. We're gonna go high up. Even though you can see the nothingness of the majority of the map, I'm going high up.
for the end of the stream, you should just let him fall, but wait until the very wait until he lands for the stream to end.
I don't want to die like that. I didn't want to go out like that. You know how I want to go out, man? If I gotta go out, this is how I'm going out. Regulus, where are you, man?
I think he left.
Oh, Regulus, man. How could you do this? The betrayal. How could you do this again? This is the second time you've done this.
Is he online?
He's probably not. He probably went to bed, or he's probably... Okay, I'm going out. No, don't. I don't want to go out like that. I don't want to go out like that either. I kind of wanted an uppercut. But I check out like that for the night. I'm folded up. I'm rolled up. But
he's offline.
I just want to say thanks to everyone who showed up. I appreciate everyone being patient. I know the night didn't go quite as planned. This is my first time ever streaming, pretty much. So I think I did pretty good to get off from just not having any experience to jumping in and getting everything set up. Shout out to Lord Regulus, former Valiant's creative director or content director. He was helping me get set up, dealing with the frustration of that drive going out unexpectedly. And we got rolling. More updates coming. I'll be doing next week. I want to start doing more regular dev streams, just showing us working and fixing stuff and showing how everything is put together, and just letting everyone see more progress of the actual game during our live streams, and less talking and discussing of things without actually having anything to show. So with that said, I appreciate everyone who came in tonight, everyone who hung out with us through the Discord. We really appreciate you all. And I'm signing out. Later, everybody.